Friends, how are you? Igor Peshkovsky is here, Woodinville Bellevue Comments, and today I want to tell you I'm going to record two-part video. One, tell you where the market is today in the months of December, how things are going for Seattle and the East Side, and part two, I'll make top 5 predictions of what to expect out of real estate in 2024. So no overdue, let's get into numbers. Let's start with Seattle. Here we go. Friends, if you've been following this channel for a while, my predictions are pretty much spot on. And just there is the overall feel of the market when you are in it every day. I do believe, and I said that before, when others don't want to buy a house, this is the time for you to buy. It's a lot harder to do in reality than to say me those words. But look at this. So if we look at Seattle, we have 1.9 months of inventory. That's pretty darn good. Did you want to have more inventory? Did you want to have more options to choose from? You have it. Because look at what we had at the same time in 2021. We had 0.4 months of inventory. Like we had crazy bidding wars. And today it's 1.9. 1.9 is still a seller's market. It's not that really much. There are a lot of crappy inventory out there. The properties are not the sexiest, but still, it's a good amount for you to pick from. The median price, $950,000, $944,000, $950 is pretty much the same. Still up year over year. If we look at this graph, right, 14, 15, 16, there is a good line showing that the market is not dropping anymore, it's appreciating, and what we see is there are still 30%, 29% last month in November sold over asking. What I always say, good properties sell, and 29% of them, which are the great properties, if you're a seller, you want to be in that 29%, they still sell over asking. So let's look in the East Side. So let's talk about the East Side market. I love this. Numbers don't lie, you guys. So 1.6 months of inventory, good amount. Look at that number, 2021, 0.2 months of inventory. Do you remember those days when the house came on the market and 3 days later it was gone with 20 offers? Well, that was a better time to buy the house back then than what it is now. It is a better time now. And for how long, we'll talk in our predictions. But 1.6 months of inventory is a pretty good number. So you have the median price, 1.4. That previous column, 1122, 1.316. That's the bottom of the market after this correction that we had. So last year, when interest rates started increasing, the East Side market came from 1.7 to 1.3 mil, and we're 6% higher than where we were last year. Last year, no one wanted to buy a house, right? Because who the heck? It's all, the numbers and everything is going down, but we're still up 6%, and on month-to-month basis, we see a typical slowdown for November and December. There are fewer multiple offers that we have, but still 26% of homes sold over asking, which is a big number. So let me show you something else really quick. So one more slide, and our real estate industry is heavily affected of what's going on out there in the economy and the interest rates, right? So we have the rates. Let's look at this progression that we had year over year. So last December, the rates were right around 6.5, which seems like, oh wow. And earlier in this year, quick recap, in February, they got under 5%, and that started boosting the market big time. Who remembers the spring was a pretty big push, because last year, a year ago, it all was kind of dead and the rates are rising and nobody wants to buy anything. And come the spring, the market started acting normal again in a way, even as much as the rates progressed in October all the way to 7.8%, which is huge, right? 7.8, this is where it peaked. And today, end of November, 7.2, and actually today they're already under 7 in high sixes. So that's what's moving the market, and we'll talk more about it in our next video on market predictions. So Igor Pechkovsky, Windermere Bellevue Commons, thank you very much for being with us. Let's go into our predictions for 2024.